You know, I imagine those of the male disposition probably had a similar experience with this film to something like Magic Mike, a film that really isn't aimed at you, but gosh darn it, it's just so likable. That movie nut here with a review for Hairspray, the 2007 musical based off the hit Broadway show starring Nikki, Blonksy, John Travolta, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken, James Marsden, and Queen Latifah. Set in the early 60s, the story centers on Tracy Turnbull, a plump teenager with a passion for dancing who dreams to be on a major TV show popular with the youngsters of Baltimore. And even after being turned down at an audition, she doesn't give up and pursues her dream whilst also making friends with the segregated black teenagers at her school, help her overweight mother regain her confidence, and in the end rally against the rampant racism of the TV station and its manager. The performances, as can be expected from such an ensemble cast, are quite good, especially from the newcomers like Nikki Blonksy as Tracy, who, aside from having a good singing voice, turns in a pretty decent dramatic performance and you do care about her. And of course the veterans like Pfeiffer and Walken and Latifah and Marsden, they all turn in good performances as their respective characters, with Pfeiffer chewing up scenery as the racist manager of the TV station. Though special props has to go towards John Travolta as, well, Tracy's mother. Now on paper it's very easy to laugh at this idea, the fact that Travolta is effectively doing drag and under a lot of makeup, but he pulls it off. Once you get over the novelty of the fact that, hey, it's someone like Travolta in a get-up, aside from having a good singing voice, he actually turns in a good motherly performance, and you do buy that she does care about her daughter, and the two do have chemistry with one another. Now, of course, a musical wouldn't be worthwhile at all if its choreography, and in particular its music, i.e. its songs, weren't any good. However, Hairspray easily goes above and beyond here. The choreography, having been done by the film's director as well, veteran dancer Adam Shankman, is great. The dancing is well shot, you can see it clearly with nice wide shots. It's very energetic, very fluid, and definitely reminds you of vintage footage from the 60s of all those people in discos in go-go outfits and all of that. Plus the music by veteran Mark Scheinman, who some of you might best know as the composer for the music for the first two Addams Family movies, with lyrics by Scott Whitman, is just phenomenal. The songs here are great. They're peppy, they're exciting, they're funny, they're really just toe-tappingly good. Good Morning Baltimore, Hey Mama, all these songs are just a lot of fun, and throughout I was just plastered with a huge smile all across my face. I was tapping my feet. The songs are really catchy and really energetic, and they feel right out of the 60s. And on top of that, the set design clearly borrows from this, as there's a lot of very strong, bright colors in this film. Not just in the costumes, but in the buildings, in the rooms, and at points it sort of reminded me of an old Technicolor movie, the way they took advantage of all those colors to really give it a strong 60s, energetic, peppy vibrance to it. And it really does make all the difference, and only helps you immerse yourself in this absurd world of songs even more. And well, now we get to the nitty-gritty script. How exactly does it stack up? Well, as I've said many times before, for me, musicals are about the music and the spectacle. Story can really take a backseat. I mean, think about it. There are not that many musicals with truly great stories. Most of them rely on the ability of the music to really carry them. If the music isn't good, it's not worth watching. And Hairspray definitely does have that. But what about the actual story, which is what gives excuse for these amazing songs? In essence, it's a very simple, straightforward story about a young girl learning to overcome society's perception of her, and also throw in some commentary about the segregation and racism of the 60s. And to be fair, it's well handled. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not very deep. The racial stuff really is only there as sort of a mirror to Tracy's situation, that both are outcasts and not looked at popularly within society, but it's not very deep, nor is it examined that much. This is very much Tracy's story and her learning to gain confidence, as well as help her mother gain confidence, given that she's very housebound. And of course, as you can expect, you've got your typical little love scenes, the crush on the pretty boy, and then the boy realizing his love for the girl. You've got the main villain of the movie trying to seduce her father. You've got the big reconciliation scenes. You've got all that sort of stuff that you'd expect in one of these outcast type stories. And while it may not necessarily be original, it works really well, because everything about it is just so infectiously charming. The actors are clearly having fun, the music is really vibrant and just energetic, and I was just smiling throughout. I was having such a good time. The film knows exactly what it wants to be. It's unashamedly, unabashedly, unapologetically fun. Yes, it could have tackled the themes of racism a bit more and really explored that, and perhaps to look a little bit more into the black characters and the hardships that they face because they're effectively second-class citizens. Not to mention the villain in and of herself, as fun as Michelle Pfeiffer is to see, is a little bit thin, and we never really understand why she's so against black people, or the idea of mixing races. But on the whole, the film did what it needed to do. This is probably one of the few truly fun movies that has come out. Not fun like something like an action movie. Fun as in it's just so optimistic and bright, and you don't feel any sort of negativity vibing from it. I was cheering by the end. That's how much fun I had, and that's how much I just got into this film. The ending number is great, all the dance choreography at the end, it's great. It just wrapped up the story perfectly. And with that in mind, I must give Hairspray a silver star, a very enthusiastic one. It may not be as deep as some of its themes and ideas might suggest, but where it succeeds, my god, it succeeds. It's fun, it's light-hearted, it's got great performances, some really funny moments, great songs. It's just such a good time. And hey, when you've got a song with John Travolta in drag and Christopher Walken, what more could you ask for?